everyone, and welcome to Veda Day 9. Today is going to be a little bit of another unconventional video that I'm not really used to doing. I'm going to show you pins, and I have a lot. I have pins slash buttons, and I kind of use that word interchangeably, so I'm going to show you most of them. There's some back at home, but there's not really lots, just a couple of Harry Potter ones that I got from Universal a few years back. So, let's begin! So these are most of my pins, like I said, on felt sheets because I got the idea from my aunt, and so they're each kind of in a slight category. So like this is like Ghibli, that's Doctor Who obviously, Harry Potter's over there, animals and insects, and Disney and books and Star Wars and other miscellaneous ones. And so I'm going to show you my top 10 favorites. So number 10 is this Chihiro button that I got at Anime Midwest this past summer, because I really love Chihiro, and honestly, tied with this Chihiro is this Pidge, because it's Cat Pidge and I love it so much, and they're kind of tied because they're my green cross-dressing nerds and I love them so much. Next is this 11th A Doctor pin that I got from Consanity in Milwaukee, which is a small con. A few years back, and I love it because it's just 11 in space and you just look so happy, like that's slightly cartoony. Next up is this dot pin from Bug's Life. I got it from Hot Topics. It says, "You're weird, but I like you." Dot is my favorite character from Bug's Life and probably one of my favorite Disney characters slash Pixar characters, and this line's probably one of my favorites. At number 7 is Annabeth that I got in Milwaukee this year, and Erin has a matching Percy one kind of. But I just have loved Annabeth ever since I first read her, and there's not really a whole lot of merch on her, but it seems like there's been a resurgence of Percy Jackson lately, so I feel like she's like the perfect candidate to be in my pin collection. Number 6 is this Read the Quibbler. I Read the Quibbler pin. I got this when I went to Potterfest when the last movie came out. There was like there's a museum in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and they had a Harry Potter festival in their library, and they had a bunch of pins, and this one was one of my favorites that I got, and it also means a lot to me too because my mom and I went to this Potterfest together, and she helped me choose the pins. Next on the list is this 9 is My Doctor with the psychic paper in the background, and this is honestly one of my favorites, and that's why in the top 5 is because this meant a lot to me because I can never find a lot of 9 stuff, and seeing this one that's 9 is my doctor, and he is and always will be, just resonates a lot with me. Number 4 is this I Love You with Leia on it enamel pin that I got at the Orlando airport when I was waiting to leave Orlando after going to Universal, and this again has a matching one with Aaron that says I know with Han. And I just love it a lot because it's matching, but also because I just love that quote, and I love Leia, and I need more Leia pins in my life. Number 3 is another enamel pin. It is my Dumbledore's Army pin that I got at Universal this year, and it has like all the signatures and then the silhouettes of everybody, and I love it because the DA has always been like one of my favorite plot points, and mostly because it was also introduced with Luna and seeing them all like come together to figure out something that they can do for the war. The second place, I guess you could say, is my Hufflepuff pin that's a badger with a Hufflepuff scarf around its neck. And I love this so much because I love finding more Hufflepuff stuff, especially creative Hufflepuff and just creative house colors and crests and animals coordinated with other stuff. And it's also important to me because the conductor at Universal Studios when I went this year really liked my pin, so he showed me his pocket watch that he uses to make sure that everything's running on time, and so I was really happy about that. And then number 1 is this gay, straight, wibbly wobbly, sexy wexy button. I got this at LeakyCon 2013 when it was in Portland. I saw this on Tumblr, and I freaked out that I finally found it. And honestly, this was at a time in my life where I was questioning my sexuality, and now I'm more comfortable with who I am, and I love it. Plus, it's a great reference. And that's it for today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of my buttons, and I know I have a lot, and like I said, there's some more at home, but they're not my favorites, and I also need to reorganize and get more felt sheets, because this is honestly probably one of the best ways to organize my pins, because I have a lot, and the collection will probably keep growing. So keep each other safe, keep faith, Venoms forever, and I shall see you all in some way tomorrow.